Imagine stepping into a wine shop and confidently choosing the perfect bottle, knowing exactly what to expect in every sip. Welcome to Toast to Wine, your go-to guide for wine, spirits, and food pairings. Whether you're a novice or just curious, we're here to help you build confidence and explore the world of flavor. Subscribe and join the journey with us today. Wine tasting isn't just about sipping from a glass. It's an art, a journey through history, craftsmanship, and culture. The world of wine is rich with stories, emotions, and sensations that can elevate any meal or occasion. Learning how to taste wine like a pro doesn't just boost your appreciation for this age-old beverage. It opens the door to a deeper connection with its complexities, allowing you to explore flavors, aromas, and textures that can transform every experience with wine. In this video, we're going to take you on a journey through the art of wine tasting. Whether you're a complete beginner or an experienced enthusiast, you'll discover how to savor each sip, identify the distinct flavors hidden within the wine, and impress friends with your newfound expertise. Stick around because later in this video, I'll share a bonus tip that will elevate your wine tasting skills even further. Do you already have a favorite wine you love tasting? Share it in the comments and let me know what flavors you enjoy the most. The basics of wine tasting. Before diving into the sensory world of wine, let's break down the 4 main steps to wine tasting. Observing the color, swirling, smelling, and tasting. Each step is essential for unlocking the full potential of the wine. Now, let's explore them in detail so you can enjoy the wine experience like an expert. Number 1, observing the color. The color of the wine is often the first clue to understanding its character and age. Hold your glass against a white background, such as a napkin, and take a moment to observe its clarity, depth, and hue. Younger red wines tend to have brighter, more vibrant shades, such as ruby or purple, while aged reds often develop brick or garnet tones, indicating oxidation and maturity. Similarly, white wines can transition from pale, almost translucent yellow in their youth, to deeper golden or amber hues as they age. The color not only reveals the wine's age, but can also hint at the grape variety and style. For example, a deep, inky red might suggest a bold Syrah or Malbec, while a pale straw yellow could signal a crisp Sauvignon Blanc or a delicate, unoaked Chardonnay. Observing the wine's color provides a glimpse into its story before you even take the first sip. Basically, wines with darker colors, like reds, tend to have more tannins and complexity, while lighter wines usually have fresher, fruitier flavors. Number 2, swirling the wine. Swirling the wine in your glass is more than just a dramatic gesture. It releases the aromas and provides insights into the wine's structure. As you gently swirl, take a moment to observe the legs or tiers that form on the inside of the glass as the wine flows back down. These streaks can reveal key information about the wine's alcohol content and sugar levels. Wines with slower, thicker legs typically have a higher alcohol or sugar content, indicating a richer, more full-bodied style. Conversely, wines with lighter, faster legs often have a lower alcohol content and a leaner profile. While the legs don't necessarily reflect the quality of the wine, they provide an additional layer of intrigue, offering clues about what to expect in terms of mouthfeel and weight. Do you swirl your wine before tasting it? Have you ever noticed the legs? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Number 3, smelling the wine. The aroma is where the magic truly begins, as the nose of a wine is the gateway to its unique personality and story. Smelling the wine releases its volatile compounds, those delicate molecules responsible for the range of aromas, from fruity and floral to earthy, spicy, or even smoky. These scents can provide a wealth of information about the wine's origins, age, and production methods. A young wine might present vibrant notes of fresh fruit, like ripe berries or citrus, while an aged wine may offer more complex aromas, such as dried fruits, leather, or tobacco. Wines from warmer climates often exhibit richer, more robust aromas, whereas those from cooler regions tend to have lighter, more delicate profiles. To fully experience the wine's aromatic spectrum, close your eyes, swirl the glass, and inhale deeply, allowing the layers of scent to unfold. Pay attention to subtle nuances, perhaps a hint of vanilla from oak aging or the unmistakable minerality of a wine born from rocky soils. Each inhalation is an invitation to decode the wine's journey from vineyard to glass. Here's a pro tip. A wine's bouquet, or the complex combination of aromas, is a reflection of the fermentation and aging process. Older wines tend to have more developed aromas, while younger wines often have fresher, more vibrant scents. Number 4. Tasting the wine. Finally, we arrive at the tasting, the moment where all your senses converge in a symphony of flavor and sensation. As the wine touches your palate, take a moment to let it coat your mouth, allowing you to fully experience its complexity. Pay close attention to the flavors that emerge. Do you notice ripe fruit, citrus zest, or perhaps earthy undertones like forest floor or leather? Consider its sweetness. Is the wine bone dry, off dry, or decadently sweet? Next, evaluate the acidity. A well-balanced wine will have acidity that refreshes the palate without overwhelming it, acting like the backbone that holds the wine together. Then there are the tannins, the compounds responsible for that dry, slightly astringent sensation, particularly in red wines. Do they feel silky and smooth or firm and grippy? The texture or mouthfeel is also key. A rich, full-bodied wine may feel luxurious and weighty, while a lighter wine can feel crisp and refreshing. Finally, linger on the wine's finish, the flavors that remain after you swallow. Does it disappear quickly, or does it leave a lasting impression that evolves on the palate? A great wine often has a long, layered finish, with flavors that invite you to take another sip, drawing you deeper into its story. The tasting is not just about identifying these elements, but about enjoying the way they come together in harmony, offering a snapshot of the wine's craftsmanship and the journey it took to arrive in your glass. Here's a bonus tip. To taste like an expert, take the time to let the wine linger on your tongue. Feel the texture, savor the flavors, and pay attention to how it evolves. You'll start noticing subtle notes like vanilla, oak, leather, or even tobacco, just like the pros. Here's a practical example. Tasting Pinot Noir from Burgundy. Now let's dive into a simulated real-world example with a beautiful bottle of Pinot Noir from Burgundy, one of the most celebrated wine regions in the world. Let's go through the tasting steps and see what we discover. Observing the color. This Pinot Noir presents a delicate garnet red with a slight orange hue around the rim. The pale color tells us the wine is young and likely to be light-bodied, traits typical of Pinot Noir. Swirling the wine. As the glass is swirled, the wine dances in the bowl, releasing a subtle but enticing aroma of cherry, raspberry, and a touch of earthy undercurrent. The aromas are soft and elegant, true to the character of Burgundy wines. Smelling the wine. Taking a deep sniff, one can pick out the berry notes, along with dried herbs and a hint of oak. The wine feels sophisticated and complex, with a certain warmth that suggests it's been carefully aged. Tasting the wine. Upon tasting, the flavors explode on the palate. Cherry and raspberry lead the charge, while a delicate spice adds depth. The acidity is perfectly balanced, and the tannins feel soft, like silk. The finish is long, with a trace of vanilla and a hint of tobacco. Some mistakes to avoid. While you're learning to taste wine, there are a few common mistakes to watch out for. Swirling too vigorously. Swirling too aggressively can disturb the sediment, especially in older wines, leading to a less pleasant tasting experience. Gentle swirling allows the aromas to escape without damaging the wine. Not giving the wine time to breathe. A common mistake is to dive straight into a wine without giving it time to breathe. Oxygen helps open up the wine, allowing the flavors to develop fully. Give it at least 10 to 15 minutes before sipping, especially with reds. Have you ever made these mistakes while tasting wine? What are some other tips you've learned along the way? Share your experiences in the comments. I'd love to hear them. Wine tasting is a journey, not a destination. By following these 4 key steps, Observing the color, swirling, smelling, and tasting, you'll unlock a whole new world of flavor and complexity that will enrich your appreciation for wine. The more you practice, the more you'll refine your palate and develop a deep connection with the wines you love. Remember, tasting wine is about more than just the beverage itself. It's about the people, the culture, and the stories behind every bottle. So, whether you're enjoying a glass with friends or exploring new regions, savor the moment and enjoy the experience. Click on one of these videos now to continue your wine, spirit, and food journey. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and hit the bell icon to stay updated with our latest videos. If you have any questions or topics you'd like me to cover, leave a comment below. As you explore the richness of wine, spirits, and food, may your experiences be full of joy and discovery. See you next time on Toast to Wine.